Upcoming summer events in St. Louis. Details next on City Corner. I'm Steve Potter, and welcome to City Corner. Mike Ochonicky is the arts editor for The Healthy Planet magazine, and she joins us a couple of times, at least a year, to preview arts events in the region and what's going on. Mike, good to see you.
Well, thank you, Steve. Thanks for inviting me today.
I guess spring's over, pretty much. Or how's the weather been treating you?
Well, fine. It's still raining. I heard the other day someone said, April showers, May flowers. What happened this year? But the plants will be happy. Right,
as long as the plants are happy.
Yes.
Hey, last time I saw you, you were getting ready to do the Healthy Planet Expo, which is sort of an outside event that the Healthy Planet magazine does. So how did that go?
Yes, it was very good, well attended, and we had great vendors. And so watch for us again. Thank you again for letting me talk about it here. So watch for it again in October. We have one in fall.
All right. Well, you have some things, upcoming things over what, the next month or two probably?
Ooh, I have lots of things to start the summer off, yeah.
Oh, great. Well, we're ready. And I think we want to start with a video.
I think so. Our video is Spring to Dance, and it's presented by Dance St. Louis over Memorial Day weekend. So it's May 24th and 25th at the Two Hill.
Which is where it is every year.
Every year, and it is a wonderful event. You get to see local dance companies and 6 professional dance companies every night that are awesome.
And Dance St. Louis, they know what they're doing.
Oh, they sure do.
Why don't we take a look at the video? Well, I'm going to give myself a plug, like I never do that. But yeah, it's been a long time now, pre-COVID, probably 5 or 6 years, but I actually emceed this event at the Two Hill for Dance St. Louis for 4 or 5 years in a row, and it was just an incredible experience.
You just can't imagine to see so many dance companies. And I always like to find things that are inexpensive, for, that families could do. The tickets start at $10, and you get to see all those companies. So, yeah, it's definitely the way to start summer.
What's next on your list? The Whitaker Music Festival?
Next up's the Whitaker, and
that's a tradition in itself.
It is. It's on Wednesday evenings at the Missouri Botanical Garden, and it too is a free concert. The Botanical Garden closes and then reopens at 5 to 9 on Wednesdays. Music starts at 7, and you can bring your own picnic, or you can purchase food and drink there.
Right. I think the ground's open like 3 or 4 hours ahead of time or something, just so people can do that.
2 hours ahead before the music starts. And this year they start on May 29th, and Janet Evra kicks off. So she's a jazz singer, you know her.
I do.
And then it finishes up, every week there's a different group, and then it finishes up July 31st with the Red and Black Brass Band. We're really hot around St. Louis. They're at all our events. So it's just great family entertainment.
Yeah, they always have a wide range of musical styles too through the
every
season.
week it's a different style.
And is there any better place than kind of to camp on a blanket than Mobot?
It's lovely. It's just lovely. Drag a little wagon, put the kids in it, and you're set for the evening.
Yeah, and I think they have food there too.
They do.
Right.
So you can purchase it. You don't have to bring your own, but you can bring a picnic in too.
All right. Hey, why don't we get kind of classical?
Okay, real classy. This one really, this is the Bach Society, after our debate on how to say it. Anyway, And the Bach Society performs all over St. Louis throughout the year. And they perform, obviously, works by Bach. And you might wonder, like, how do you get to be in this? Maybe you like to sing. They're having auditions.
Really?
Open auditions to the general public, June 3rd and 4th. You just have to make a reservation.
Do you have to sing well?
I don't know. Maybe. I should think. But if that's your cup of tea, you can audition with them. And they also have another group called the Young Artists, and they are age 32 and under. So they have 2 separate groups, and you can audition for either one, depending on which you fit into. But for those who like to sing, that's how you can join the chorus, maybe.
Yeah, sometimes if you're in a chorus, you don't have to be that great a singer, you know, because you blend with other people.
Yeah, and the other voices support and work together. That's the idea of the chorus, right?
Hey, St. Louis Symphony is next on the list, and I'm wondering if you just happen to know, they've been doing that ongoing thing at Pal Hall forever. Isn't that kind of winding up? Do you know anything about that?
It won't open, I don't think, for about another year.
Another year.
They just had a media tour, so we could see how construction is so far. Yeah, it's still really under construction, trust me. It's
Do you get an idea what it's going to be like when they're done?
A little bit. There's going to be a bigger lobby, and there's going to be a bistro area that'll be open to the public, so you can come into there without having to have symphony tickets. And that's going to be somewhere out about where the ticket area was. But the main lobby is going to stay like it was because we all just love that classical French, I guess, decor in there. And then there's going to be some accessible areas. The restrooms are going to be improved and enlarged and modernized. So it's going to be a great addition when it's done. So
what are they doing coming up?
Well, in the meantime, you know, the symphony is still performing, and they're just performing here and there. So their next one that's coming up is at Stiefel Theater, and it's June 7th. And they're bringing in Cody Fry, who's a vocalist. And he's going to be, here's a picture of him. He does everything from country music to pop to...
I'm not familiar with him.
Yeah, oh, he's got a beautiful voice. He's from Memphis and, no, I'm sorry, Nashville, Tennessee. So the orchestra will be doing some arrangements, and he'll be doing the vocals. They're really trying to do a lot of unusual compliments to get people interested in the symphony.
They've been doing a lot of that over the last couple of years, like doing movie themes and things like that.
So this one should be really good.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's go from symphony to rock.
Let's do. The Allegro Chorus is another choral group, and they are performing June 9th in a concert called We Will Rock You. There's over 100 in the chorus. They perform 3 p.m. at First Presbyterian Church of Kirkwood on East Adams and Kirkwood. It's a free concert. And they'll be performing music by Madonna, Fleetwood Mac, Elton John, Queen, Tina Turner. All of the singers are age 50 and older.
You're pushing all my buttons.
Yeah. And it's an older chorus, but they're great. So, and that's a free concert. You just have to reserve tickets in advance.
So just go to their website.
Just go to their website. Allegro Chorus.
Okay, well, we've done symphony music, classical, rock. What's left? How about a little jazz?
Oh, hot jazz in the summer. Yeah, you got to have some jazz. Jazz St. Louis is just wonderful. And go to their website. There's performances all the time.
And they're just around the corner from Pal Hall.
They are. Yeah. Right on Washington. Right across, kind of across the street, that side street. Anyway, and just across from the Fox Theater as well. They have a really fun event every week or every month around the first Saturday or second Saturday of every month. And it's called Donuts and Jazz. And it starts at 11 a.m. So head on down for good coffee and donuts. And
interesting
jazz,
combo.
Isn't it? So the next one's June 8th, and the next one will be in July. Like I said, the second Saturday of every month. And it's just a great event. They also have a jam coming up on June 25th. It's going to be a jazz jam in Nancy's.
I thought you were going to say donuts and jam. Get it?
Oh, no, jelly filled. No, we won't go there. Anyway, so that's coming up at the end of June. So lots of things going on at Jazz St. Louis throughout the summer.
Do you play any musical instruments?
Not anymore. I can still play my recital piece on the piano. When
really?
I was about 9. It sounds like it too.
We'll have to do that sometime. Huh?
No, let's not.
Well, how about a little opera?
Yes. little highbrow. Union Avenue Opera
Don't go putting on airs.
has their 30th anniversary season this year. And so this summer, they're putting on 4 different operas. They perform at the Union Avenue Christian Church on North Union, just a little north of Del Mar. But they're putting on 3 very diverse operas. Carmen by Bizet, it's a French drama, in July. You can see there July 5th and 6th and 12th and 13th. Then, of course, Verdi's epic tragedy, Aida, will be July 26th, 28th, and August 3rd. And then finishes up with Sondheim's fairy tale of Into the Woods. If you haven't seen that, it's a take on Little Red Riding Hood,
right.
In August.
Go back to Carmen. What can you tell me about I don't remember the storyline on that.
About Carmen, it's a French tragedy, and that's about all that I can tell you.
Somebody gets stabbed?
Oh, somebody always does. Yeah.
Hey, we've got a minute or so before a break, and we're going to come back and do some more stuff. But tell me what's going on at the Healthy Planet magazine.
Well, we're still busy. You know, we are now publishing a hard copy, so you can pick it up at a lot of Schnucks.
Because for a couple of years, pandemic time,
we went strictly online. We're still online, though, so you can read it anywhere. And come summer, we always have our farmers markets guide. We usually have a resale shop guide. We have some concert guides, so there'll be lots of guides to look for.
And of course, when you're here, you talk about arts things because you're the arts editor for the Healthy Planet. But the magazine itself has all kinds of other articles about healthy lifestyles and living healthy and anything and just, that relates to that.
Environmentally sound practices and gardening. We have a local garden center section. So there's always plenty of articles on just about everything you can think about.
All right. Well, Mike, let's take a little break. When we come back, we've got some more exciting summer arts events to preview and to share with you, and we'll do that right after this.
There's so many reasons to love St. Louis, you can't pick just one.
What I love about St. Louis is the 79 unique neighborhoods and 108 beautiful city parks, including Forest Park, which is actually larger than Central Park in New York, and the gorgeous Tower Grove Park right here.
And there's always something new to experience, no matter the time of day or the season. So come and experience St. Louis.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What?
I can't drive.
Why? My. Oh.
Where's your emergency?
Everyone's on their way. What happened?
Your friend's not breathing.
Please get my mom and dad. Oh my God!
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like, they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
I tell my son, I love you every single day.
When we first met Todd, he was singing a song, and I was like, wow, look at this kid with the biggest smile.
Todd's a joy.
Yes.
Todd's really is a great joy.
And you.
Learn about adopting a teen at adoptuskids.org.
I'm Steve Potter. Welcome back to City Corner. We're talking with Mike Ochonicky. She's the arts editor for The Healthy Planet magazine, and she's here previewing artsy events coming up over the next few months across the region. And we've talked about everything from the Whitaker Music Festival to classical music, jazz, rock music, opera. I guess we've covered it all, Mike.
Well, no, there's still more performing arts, and we've got visual arts too.
Yeah, wow. Well, let's start with the St. Louis Shakespeare Festival. You know, one thing about Shakespeare I think is interesting. A lot of people think they're not into it until they actually see it, because I've known people that have never really read Shakespeare or seen a play and just have this impression that it's kind of stuffy and serious, and nothing could be more further from the truth.
Oh, yeah, and especially this year because they're performing As You Like It, which is a comedy.
Right.
And the atmosphere there, it's in what's called Shakespeare's Glen, which is kind of across from the Art Museum. Not on Art Hill, but right next to Art Hill. And performances are every night.
This is the St. Louis Shakespeare Festival.
St. Louis Shakespeare Festival. And performances start at 8 p.m., but people get there early. Picnic, and there's usually some entertainment or some tours beforehand. So anyway, it's coming up, and it's based on, it's kind of a pastoral comedy, and it's
What's
based
it about?
on, well, it's based on the premise that all brothers hate each other for some reason. And from that, you can imagine how they make trouble for each other.
I have a brother.
Well then, you laughed at just the right time. So that's the premise of it. Now, Shakespeare goes off in many twisted avenues, and it's just a fun play.
How about the Crossroads Arts Council? And I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, well, that's why I thought I'd mention it, because they're a kind of up-and-coming arts council. They're out in Wentzville.
Are they new?
Well, they've been around a few years, but they're hosting a lot of exhibitions. So they have 2 exhibitions coming up this summer. One is June 2nd to the 24th, and it's called The Color of Water. So it'll be all mediums that are depicting the color of water. Painting, sculpture.
But water shouldn't have any color. Am I overthinking this?
Maybe. I don't know. You'll have to go see the exhibit. And then July 7th through the 30th is the Kaleidoscope and Mosaic exhibition. And this is one from last year that they presented. This is all mosaics.
Explain all that to me.
Little tiny pieces of glass and stone. And in this case, they're arranged as a rhinoceros. But there'll be all kinds of works, some 3-dimensional works and some 2D works that hang on walls.
And where are they located?
They are on Pierce Boulevard in Wentzville. So not far at all.
No. All right. How about something a little closer to home?
Well, then we've got the Webster Arts Council, and they've been around for a few years. They're coming up on their 20th annual Arts Fair.
And we mean Webster Groves, of course.
Webster Groves. And the Webster Arts Fair, here's an evening picture of it. It's open on Friday evening, and then, of course, Saturday and Sunday, so June 7th to the 9th. It is a competition, so the artwork there will be judged, so you're going to see the best of the best. Artists from literally all over the country. There'll be about 100 artists. And they are on the corner where Eden Seminary grounds are. They use their grounds because it's nice and level and shady. These works that you're seeing here, the ones on the left, the pendant piece, is by Amy Butner and Tucker Glasgow, and they come in from Portland, Oregon. That is actually a stone that has, it looks like trees or flowers, but that's the variation in the stone.
No kidding.
And then all their metalwork is hand wrought. And then on the other side is a piece of pottery by Jennifer Falter. Jennifer and Nathan Falter come in from Springfield Pottery in Springfield, Missouri. So they'll have their work there, and it's just beautiful. Oh,
and I guess everything's for sale, right?
Everything's for sale, of course. Yeah. And there'll be live music and food and drink that you can buy. And there's also a young makers market for artists who are 6 to age 18.
6?
Yeah, why not? Start them early.
Wow, I wonder where they find them.
But they'll be there. They'll have a little area for them.
That'd be really cute.
Yeah, so it's definitely a nice one to take in. It's pretty grounds to stroll, nice and level, so anybody can maneuver around there.
One place that used to be my favorite, and I haven't been there in a million years, but I have so many fond memories because I even made some glass there, was Third Degree.
My favorite, too. I had a retrospective show there a few years ago.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, which is located, how do you describe where that is?
5200 Delmar. It's now called the Makers District. It's just east of Kings Highway on Delmar. And that whole area is really growing. There's a few new restaurants.
It's sort of like a big warehouse space.
I think it was an auto repair shop or an automobile dealer. Big. And then they bought and enlarged. And it's just gorgeous. So that now they have an art gallery. Well, they've had that for a while. But so the art gallery will be hosting Mark Salisbury and Mike Wyatt on June 21st. And the reception is 6 to 10. And that is at the same time. Here's two works. The one on the left is a blown glass vase. And the one on the right is fused glass that's cooked in an oven. They're going to have live music and food and art activities. And it's part of their third Friday. So every third Friday each month, they have one of those events and they host a new exhibition. So it's a wonderful evening.
There have been times it's a great Christmas or birthday gift too. I bought classes for a friend.
Oh yeah.
So they went for a few weeks to an art class and got to blow or to create glass.
Oh yeah, I have made I made a mug once and I made a little paperweight. And as I like to say, I learned that glass does not cost as much as it should because it takes a lot of work to make those things. It should be a lot more expensive than it is.
And you get to take them home when you're done.
Yeah. So. Well, sometimes you have to wait because those things have to, they have to go in an oven and then they have to cool. So by the time they come out of the kiln, they're many hundreds, thousands of degrees.
Of course, and there's always the Pulitzer, which is
just,
I would go there just to look at the building.
It's awesome. It really is. The Pulitzer...
In Grand Center.
Yes, is in Grand Center and right across from the City Garden, or not City Garden, it's City Parkway, I think it's called. Anyway, it's a pretty area where you can stroll. But now through August 8th, the Pulitzer is hosting Delcy Morelos and in an exhibition called Interwoven. She's an artist from Bogota, Colombia. And she specializes in these weavings that we're looking at. She uses natural fibers and tries to connect, her goal is to connect people with their environment. So you walk through these pieces that she creates and experience art on a very personal level. So that will be, as I said, through August 8th. And they're right next to the Contemporary, and on the other side is the Sheldon.
And that old abandoned church that they sort of made an art piece. Isn't that incredible?
They did. I'd like to see more done there. They did one, this was a number of years ago. They had an installation with all chandeliers.
Right.
In
Yes.
it.
Right. Hey, this next event, though, is probably on the top of our list because it involves a very well-known and respected artist. In fact, she's sitting right here.
Yes, I'm very excited about this one. Each year, Early American Life magazine, which is a national magazine, hosts a competition where they choose the top 100 traditional artists in the country. So those are people working in traditional materials. And we're judged by about 15 different museum curators from across the country. So I was just notified this is my 28th year in the directory, but I scored in the top 10. So there's a reception held in St. Genevieve, Missouri at ASL Pewter. That's where Tom and Pat Hooper make and create pewter like you see here.
The one on the left?
Picture, all handmade. And they're going to be hosting a reception July 20th and 21st.
But what's that piece on the right?
Oh, that's mine. That's a piece of scrimshaw. There's small pieces of polished cowbone, and then I hand etch all those lines and put ink in to make it show up.
And where did that inspiration come from? What does that piece mean to you?
It was just very beautiful and graceful, and I just enjoy swans. We don't see many swans around here, but I think they're beautiful.
And I love the grass or whatever it is in the background.
Yeah.
And how big is it?
It is 5 by 7, so not very big. Lots of hours in it.
So give me the times and the dates for that one again.
It is July 20th and 21st, so that's a Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 5.
And where?
At ASL Pewter, and it's in St. Genevieve, right downtown St. Genevieve.
That'll be neat.
And you get to see their work. There'll be Vernon DePaul will be there from Illinois, and he's a wood carver. There'll be several other artists there as well.
Well, we've covered everything except 2 of my favorite things.
Oh, what did we miss?
Eating and dancing. So that's my segue into Dine and Dance.
Dine and Dance. It's Dine and Dance lunchtime. Karlovsky and Company Dance puts these on every year.
And they've been around a long time.
They have. They're a St. Louis dance company. And on June 14th, they'll be performing in Strauss Park. Now, that's the park right across from the Fox, same area in Grand Center, at 1 p.m. And on June 21st, the next week, they'll be performing in front of the old courthouse, or the old post office, downtown on Olive Street, and that's also at 1 p.m. They're free performances, so if you're in that area, if you're working, bring a bag lunch and enjoy a dance
Any
performance.
final things you want to say? You know, this summer, you're with the Healthy Planet magazine, of course, and things we can do to be environmentally friendly when we're out and about?
Well, sure, because on a lot of these things, as you're packing up a lunch to take along, if you use a reusable bag, for example, over the course of a year, instead of taking shopping bags, those plastic bags at the store, you'll save 83 plastic bags.
Wow.
Nope, that's wrong. 783 plastic bags. If you use a reusable bottle and refill your water bottle instead of taking a fresh bottle all the time, 83 plastic bottles.
I just want you to be proud of me. I've started on purpose when I go to the big chain grocery store. I'm taking my own bag in.
Yeah, I leave them in the car, and then you're ready to go all the time.
Right.
But it's amazing how much we can save. You know, if you take a to-go cup, your own from home, rather than a paper one, 1,256 disposable cups is what you're saving over the course of a year. So think of all that stuff in a landfill.
We will. And don't forget Stone Hollow Studios either. That's your place.
That's right, stonehollowstudio.com.
I think we've got some information up on the screen. It's the Healthy Planet magazine. You can still find it out places, but you can go online to thehealthyplanet.com. And if you want to take a look at Mike's work, or Scrimshaw or whatever,
please do.
Go to stonehollowstudios.com. Well, you've given us some excellent tips for this summer. I'm excited.
Thank you.
Is your calendar full?
It is. Of course. Look at all this.
Well, Mike Ochonicky, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Potter, and thank you for joining us today on City Corner. Enjoy your summer. Have an artful good time. Bye-bye.